Continuing with parts, what we're going to do now is utilise parts and that creative part in what we call a 6-step reframe. And like I said before, remember to be gentle on these parts, even the parts that you aren't very happy with the way they're making you behave. Be gentle on the parts because they've served you for years, they just don't know any other way. Until you reprogram that part and tell it what you want, you're not able to behave in a different way. So the 6-step reframe works as in negotiation for the parts that are in conflict. So how do you know when it's time to use a 6-step reframe? How do you know when parts work is appropriate? Well, some of the triggers would be hearing somebody say, or saying to yourself, I want to X, Y, Z, but something stops me. So I want to be on time all the time, but something just stops me. Or I don't want to keep on doing something, but I just find myself keeping on doing it. So I don't want to go out and drink 10 pints every night, but I just find myself going out and doing it. Or it could be for habits like blushing, nail biting, things that we're compelled to do, things that we find ourselves, we've already done it until when we realise we've done it. Physical things like headaches, we talked about this, physical symptoms, headaches, sore throat, that kind of stuff. Emotional responses, so something that I know that I overreact to, or something that something just spins me out of control. I'd like to have more understanding of how that happens. Or if you've got loud or unhelpful critical internal voices. So does anybody still have that voice in their head which tells them, you can't do this, you're not good enough for this, what you're thinking about doing this? We tried a couple of things, we did a couple of things in diploma, didn't we, to turn them down, change it to Mickey Mouse. Yeah, put your tongue in front of your front teeth at the back, and quieten down the voice in your head. So they're two ways of actually changing the tone and the noise, or the presence of the noises in your head. Getting an understanding of that part that's doing that critical voice for you. Working with it, giving it another way to work. And this can help to overcome behaviours you don't really want. So while we're doing this next little bit, be thinking about what you do and you'd like to change. Something you'd like to do and you don't do, something you keep doing you'd like to stop doing, any habits or physical ailments you might have, emotional responses or loud voices, critical voices in your head. So, what do you think we do then? How do you think we negotiate with parts? Just know what you know already as practitioners. What do you think might be a good way to work with parts?
Translate.
So you do use a kind of unconscious access and use a translate voice, yes. What process? Kind of. So what we've got here, so give us an example. So we'll take blushing, okay? So there's part that creates the blushing and there's part that would love to not blush. So what do we need to do to get those two parts doing the same thing instead of two different things?
What do you need to say that again?
So we've got a part that creates this blushing that we don't want, and there's a grown-up part of me that says, I wish I could just not blush. Obviously, one part wants to do it, one part doesn't want to do it. So you need to find something else. So we need to find out what this part that does that behaviour wants, what its highest intention is, then access the creative part to find at least 3 other ways of getting what that blushing wants. So what might blushing do for someone? What might be the unconscious positive intention of blushing? What would it do for somebody that might be seen as being positive, although misguided?
Drawing attention to it.
Could be. It could be letting me know it's time to show up, keeping me safe, make sure I don't do anything, don't get myself exposed into being knocked down. Until we ask the part in trance, unconsciously, what is it you want from me, we might not be aware, you might not be aware of what it is that creates that blushing, what it's doing it for, what's the point of it. Some people blush, some people get flushing and blushing, and it's totally out of conscious awareness, it's not something people choose to do consciously.